I'm not looking to move in. Cozy. Almost too cozy.
Larry, if some of the founding fathers died here in the archipelago...
And there are lots of graves here.
Sometimes you even think along.
But I can't just dig up every grave in the area. We have to know which one we want. I can't do anything like that. Here lies Sister Superior Frigid. There's something written on it. Instant contact with the dead. Please add something that was loved, something from the body of a descendant, something from the body of the deceased. Wax to bind everything, and finally some fine spice. Then take the bag to the grave. The gravestone reads, if it moves, you can screw it. Wait a minute. Bobby said that's the Cockburn motto. This must be his grave. No one around? Then here we go. There's a note. I'll take it with me. This is the second page of Cockburn's diary. He described the way to Lady Gobbledick's grave. It begins in the clearing by the beach. The G marks the spot. Then there are some directions. I don't need that. I have a strong sense of direction. I'm not a woman. Just lint. Empty. There's something golden in this pocket. I'll take that. Bobby will be happy. That's a strange signet ring. It's way too big for a finger. And what's with that funny little knob? Nothing in there. No longer usable. Yikes! A skeletal hand! Oops! I broke a finger off it. Well, that will have to do. I'm not sticking my finger in there. That looks pretty poisonous. I'm definitely gonna leave them alone.
And it was particularly bad again last night?
Yeah, I could hardly sleep. She was haunting us until dawn, gliding all over the place, whispering.
I hate it when she whispers.
Can you understand what she says?
Something about wanting to protect us.
Maybe it'd be better if she let us get a good night's sleep. Hey, who's that?
What? Come out!
Don't worry, it's only me.
Didn't we lock you up?
Apparently, it was a miscarriage of justice.
Well, you can be happy that we haven't eaten you yet.
Oh, I am.
Don't listen to him, he's lying.
Come on.
And don't let us catch you trying to escape again.
Who are you talking about?
Sister Superior, she haunts this place.
If she would only just leave us alone.
Can I talk to Faith for a minute? I'll just be a sec.
No.
Faith, please.
Back to prison with him.
Move it, you!
And this time, stay in there.
I'm not gonna get anywhere with them this way. I'm gonna have to get rid of that ghost first. That's fine, just the way it is.
Larry, Swingle had also collected some interesting information about this island.
I have to admit, I am curious.
Gofukul Island holds traces of a lost civilization. Swingle suspected that this cavern of cosmic cognition is located here somewhere.
Good to know.
However, this is also the island with all the death traps left behind by an ancient civilization.
Oh. Maybe you can even eat it.
And maybe you'll start to glow from within.
I wouldn't mind. Ah, here's the path the Marquis described. I'm supposed to bring Nora her climbing equipment.
I'll take it back to her once the orchid has bloomed.
Hey, would you be Dora?
Who wants to know?
I do.
I mean, who are you?
Larry. Larry Laffer.
And how does that help me?
I don't know. You asked.
I give up.
Don't worry, you get used to him.
Your sister says to say hi.
Thanks. Did she fall off something again?
No, but she's preparing to climb the volcano.
I sure hope that doesn't turn into a train wreck.
Have you seen a gold stone or a dead Marquis lying around here anywhere?
No, I probably would have noticed both of those things.
Too bad. What are you doing here?
Actually, I came here to examine the ruins. They're one of my specialities. I more or less fell into it.
Into the job?
No, I was on vacation in South America when I got separated from my group and fell into a pit. Landed right on top of this gold statue. Man, it hurt. Then I was constantly on TV and everyone said I was an explorer specialized in some sort of tombs. And since I had nothing better to do, I thought I'd just travel around and see if I could find some more.
Any luck?
Not so far, but that statue made me rich, so it doesn't matter.
Wow, good for you.
I'm concentrating on plants now. They don't hurt as much when you fall on them.
Looks like falling seems to run in your family. I'm supposed to bring Nora her climbing equipment.
Yeah, I must have taken it by mistake. I'm such a mess sometimes. I'll take it back to her once the orchid has bloomed.
Is that the vagina dentata? Maybe I can help you get it to blossom.
Oh, you've heard of it. Yeah, it is. Don't you dare touch it. It's very sensitive and only the most empathetic and sensitive people should approach it. Otherwise, it will never bloom, and if it does, I want to be there to see it happen.
I'm totally empathic.
I'm not so sure about that yet.
Maybe I can help you to get that orchid to bloom.
That would be a magical moment, but only absolute experts should be present for that, like me. And you don't look the type.
But I know a lot about flowers. And bees.
Oh yeah? Okay then. There are many different orchids in the archipelago, but they are all extremely poisonous except for one species. You can bring me one of those, can't you?
Of course.
I'm sure you also know that all the others are deadly. Just the slightest skin contact will kill you.
That non-toxic orchid is blue, right?
If I say yes and the blue orchid is poisonous...
You would have really made a fool of me. So, is it blue?
Ugh.
Which flower do you want me to bring you again?
A specimen of the only orchid on the island that is not poisonous.
How's your relationship with your sister?
We actually get along quite well, although there is a bit of rivalry. After all, we work in similar fields. I think she could be a little more relaxed. She's always looking for the next big challenge. She should stop and smell the flowers along the way.
Like you.
Exactly.
See you later. I better not touch the roots. An information brochure about the island. Here are some boring facts about the archipelago's history. Lots of nice photos that seem to be pretty old. And some information about the flora here. A rare, highly bioluminescent fungus which greatly reduces the heart rate when you eat it grows somewhere here in the archipelago. It seems the orchids here are all pretty poisonous. Only one species with a single blue flower and pointed leaves doesn't kill you the moment you touch it. I don't even want to know what kind of dangerous animals they have here. That's not the kind of bush I like. A thick bush. Nothing happened.
But we can't get away from here.
I know. I feel the same way you do, in case you haven't noticed. We can't just play LARP anyway.
And how are we supposed to do that without a game master?
We just make it up ourselves?
Have you ever made anything up yourself?
No. But being a game master can't be that hard.
You also said making a computer game wasn't hard.
Hey, and nobody told me you need an engine for that. And it was the publisher's fault anyway.
We didn't have one.
But they would have screwed everything up if we had found one.
Whatever. We need a game master. And game masters don't just fall from the heavens. Besides, can't even enter the ruins.
We could play right here.
No, there's not enough atmosphere.
You know what? I've had enough. Yeah, we're out of here.
Hey, what are you two doing here? Are you selling pie phones in the jungle now? And did they make you wear those clothes?
Oh, damn, Finley. It's that weirdo from New Lost Wages.
Don't move, Kyle. Maybe he won't notice us.
I'm already talking to you.
Damn, it didn't work.
What are you doing here on the island?
We came here for the Galactic Festival. It was supposed to be a one-of-a-kind event. Galactic creatures, lots of action and music. They promised that nothing would be impossible.
And women.
Yeah, loads of stars were supposed to be here.
They weren't.
Total flop. No stars. We almost drowned.
And then there was the storm.
All a total waste. But we found a few like-minded people here and we thought, huh, let's do a LARP.
I know my way around LARPs.
Well, of course, it's pretty obvious that you're doing one of your own about that old dance film.
How does that LARP thing of yours work?
We experience the wildest adventures in a world of fantasy. Each of us slips into a role, and the Game Master tells us what we experience.
That's it?
It's harder than it sounds.
A game master has to know exactly what they're doing.
Otherwise, it gets really boring.
Hey, I could be your game master.
Who? You?
You don't look the type.
You have no idea just how much imagination I really have.
You just have to have enough for each of us here.
Of course.
But we also want to play in a location that's just perfect for us.
What do you have in mind?
We want to be heroes and tackle deadly traps.
The more dangerous, the better.
You know anywhere like that?
I have to find the perfect location for the LARP first.
Well, let us know when you find it.
Have you seen a book of bad jokes around here anywhere?
Joe, we took one of those from the festival. A role-playing book went missing there. It sucks.
Can I have it?
Sure, we threw it away.
Threw it away where?
Somewhere out there, outside the cave.
Okay. How come there aren't any women in your LARP?
They're just not interested in that sort of thing.
None of them wanted us to save them. We would have chained them up so nicely. They wouldn't even have had to say anything. Just sit there and look pretty. Like that was too much to ask.
Now, we have to leave it all to our imaginations.
Oh, I had to handle it that way myself when I was young.
I'm 29.
I have to get going. Candles always come in handy. Especially good with milk. Hi, I'm Larry Laffer, and you look like a brain surgeon.
What? What on earth gave you that idea? I'm a janitor.
Now, that would have been my next guess.
I'm Will Comply.
Interesting name you have there.
You can thank my parents for that.
What were their names?
Reese and Eve.
So what do you do as a janitor?
You know, cleaning services.
Do you work at a school or something?
No way! I'm a freelance janitor. If the dirt gets bad and you just don't know, who you gonna call?
You?
You know it! Will Comply gets everything clean. I can yell at school children, tenants, or employers too if that's what the client wants. Costs extra though.
How'd you end up here?
I was looking for a new professional challenge, so this Galactic Festival came along at the perfect time. So I thought, hey, why not apply in the corresponding costume? So I made this one myself, got the job, and, well, I'm sure you saw how that turned out. Now I don't know how to get back to new lost wages, and somehow I ended up with these guys. They told me that they needed more players for their LARP. I've never done anything like that before. But I'm flexible.
And in this LARP, you are What?
An intergalactic janitor, of course.
Isn't that a little unimaginative? Isn't a LARP about slipping into completely different roles?
But why should I completely abandon my innate abilities? Besides, a mop is a weapon not to be underestimated. It's kind of like the Swiss Army knife of cleaning equipment.
I have been to a lot of places, but it wasn't until I arrived on this island that I truly understood the word special.
What?
Don't listen to her. She has a problem with men like us who have extraordinary gifts. As Game Master, I can offer you a great story.
Really? Can I clean up in there too? Really? The best would be if it takes place in a filthy dump where I have to make a heroic effort to clean up. Is there anywhere like that around here?
I have to find the perfect location for the LARP first.
Good. Then let me know.
Over and out. Hey, Smokey Bear, you're here too.
Larry Laffer. Redshirt, this is the man I was telling you about, who opened my eyes to the great truth.
Oh, it's an honor. I hope I too may experience an awakening like that.
What have you been up to, Smokey?
Not so loud. They have microphones everywhere. If I'm not careful, they'll track me down again.
Oh, right.
I had to leave New Lost Wages in a hurry because they picked up my scent. They were everywhere. The man on the bus who kept looking at me, the ticket machine was watching me, and then there was this cat. It was in league with them. I then went to Louisiana for a conference on the secret world conspiracy. That's where I learned so many more hidden truths. 111! That's where I also received a flyer for a galactic festival here on this island. There were supposed to be lectures about the aliens who landed here a long time ago and founded a high culture. Supposedly, they hid their profound knowledge about mankind here. A place where you can discover the final insight into yourself.
I heard about that, too.
That's what I'm saying! There must be something to it. Anyway, the festival was a disaster. I don't know who organized it, but nothing worked. But at least I met these other folks who are organizing a LARP. Don't tell them. But I think they actually believe it's just a game. And that's when it's the path to true self-discovery.
Who calls their kid Redshirt?
We didn't want to bother to think one up first, and then have him drop dead anyway.
What?
That's what those two guys over there said. I have no idea what they meant either.
But I'm an important member of the crew. We agreed on that.
I don't understand any of this, but those two seem to know what they're talking about.
My real name is Captain Dighard.
Whatever. Anyway, we're here for a LARP.
What's supposed to happen in this LARP?
I want to find traces of an ancient civilization. They could be behind the current conspiracy.
And I expect an interstellar adventure. Alien races with whom we can live in peace. A real step forward for mankind. Wisdom and peace.
Earlier, you said something about wanting to kick some alien ass.
For purely dramaturgical reasons, of course. Besides, I'd really like to experience a fist fight against a lizard man, where he shreds my shirt and everyone sees my muscles.
Lizard man? Where? I never should have thrown my old tinfoil hat in the trash. This new one is crap.
Of course, it can't be a first contact, because that would require following a different directive.
Where are the lizard men?
Easy, Smokey, easy. I haven't seen any.
That only means that they're well hidden.
But without a game master, nothing's gonna happen. Those two bozos over there know exactly how this should work.
I could be your game master.
You think this is something for you?
Oh, let him give it a try. As long as I can fight Lizard Man. But we also need the perfect setting. Did you find something?
I have to find the perfect location for the LARP first.
We'll wait here.
See you later. How useful. The stone disc fits on there perfectly. The stone disc fits on there perfectly. The stone disc fits on there perfectly. Now it looks like all the discs are in place. Some fine spice. That's fine just the way it is. Something from the body of the deceased. Wax to bind everything. That's the information he collected, and he drew... Pi?
Yes?
Wendy and Otis make a cute couple.
I think so too.
All that's missing is for me to arrange a wedding for them, right?
Let's not get carried away. He died of a broken hip from sex addiction. Anyway, he was buried on Muffington Island.
Probably with his keystone. What was that thing with the keystones in the cave again?
There's a cavern of cosmic cognition here we're going to take Faith to, but to open it, we need 4 keystones.
Somehow I keep forgetting.
You have to really listen to me.
What? Why?
Never mind.
Does Swingle remind you of anybody?
No? Should he?
Dunno.
Maybe we just shouldn't talk about him.
Great idea. Have you ever done a LARP?
I can also speak in other voices.
Nah, forget it.
He tried to sail the Unsatisfied out of the archipelago with a small crew, but huge waves smashed his ship against the rocks. One of them was the legendary Phallus Rock, which is still worshipped today as a symbol of fertility.
So his part of the keystone probably sank there with him.
Probably. Not much information is available about her, except that she lived with Cockburn.
I have to find that second page to get to Lady Gobbledick's grave and find out more about her keystone.
He threw himself into the Kahlua volcano, but you could go to the volcano and look for clues.
Nothing.
You should...
That seems to be happening to you more and more. Am I right?
I'm fine.
Maybe I should take you to a phone store or something.
Have you seen one around here?
Good point. There's a G on the column. That must have been what Cockburn meant in his diary. This is the starting point for his directions. I always thought a G never marked the spot.
You should be proud of yourself for even finding that spot.
It was pretty ticklish, though. Oh, God, there's a dead body lying there. Is that Lady Gobbledick?
Unlikely. Unless you became a mail carrier.
Oh, right. That explains all those FedSex packages. Look, I think this is a suicide note. It's addressed to someone named Wilson. I think I should just leave it where it is.
Good call.
Hi, I found it. This must be Lady Gobbledick's secret grave.
A secret grave in a rather exposed location.
No time to lose.
You seem to be developing a taste for digging graves.
Why does that always happen to me when I try to get close to women?
Fate.
I think I can still make out the coffin, but I'd have to get a better fix on it. No, I'd rather do my falling down at Lefty's. I'm leaving now, and maybe another woman will want to have sex with me.
If she doesn't have anything better to do.
Look, Bobby, I have your family's signet ring.
What? That's really it? The legendary signet ring. I never thought I'd actually get to hold it.
Don't mention it. Can I have the stone in the lobby now?
Of course, but I should first make sure that the signet ring works properly.
What do you mean? So that's how a signet ring works.
Not all of them.
I'll let you know if I find another one. What the hell was that?
No idea. It sounded like it came from the lobby. Kip's probably fooling around again.
This time, I was faster. Want it? Then show me what you can do and find me. But I've gone to ground in a place that you'll have to find. Do you remember the last time we met and you were so bound by me? There you'll find a clue. And the other clue is hidden where John sits. If you're as good as I think you are, that should be enough. I'll put the note in my pocket. Hi, maybe I can use the telescope to find Lady Gobbledick's coffin at sea.
Good idea. Give it a try.
So, let's see. That's Lady Gobbledick's coffin. I guess it didn't really make it that far. It looks like the coffin is exactly midway between Muffington Island and Gofuku Island. Pi, can you triangulate the... what do you call it? Triangulate the coordinates?
That's not how it works, Larry. You'll just have to guess the exact position on the map.
Deduction. Lady Gobbledick stole some gold from Reginald Cockburn, and he killed her.
That's nonsense, Larry.
Deduction. Lady Gobbledick stole... Deduction. The hand symbolizes that she was reaching for eternal life.
Or maybe just that she has a hand because she's human.
That could also be the case. I'll take the letter with me. It says, "My beloved Regibald, I'm afraid my time is running out. I fear I may suffer from consumption. I can barely breathe. Forever yours, Lady Gobbledick." She was having trouble breathing. Open wide and say ah. There's something in her throat. I think I can get it out. It's part of the keystone. Many thanks, m'lady.
Mr. Wang? Hello? Nobody here? I should come back later. Then again, now I could find out something about him. Yes! He had security cameras installed throughout the company, except for in his own office, of course. Oh, I have to hurry. Not even password protected. Oh, wait. This can't be. Mr. Wang can display whatever any PiPhone camera in the world is seeing on his computer. He has a folder here with his favorite scenes. Oh, the thumbnails alone are bad enough. Although, this is interesting. No, Nari. Don't click it. In any case, Mr. Wang is spying on everyone's bedrooms out there. When I think about the secret project, he could use that too. Oh, God. I can't let that happen. It's time for resistance.
Larry, something I've always wanted to ask you.
What is it?
What would you consider the best possible life? So what would make a perfect day for you?
Oh, I can imagine a lot of things. Of course, I would be happily married to a beautiful woman.
Who does all the housework while you put your feet up?
No way. How old-fashioned do you think I am? We'd have a maid for that.
Of course.
First off, on a perfect day, I'd sleep in real late, and then my beautiful wife would call me to breakfast.
What's your favorite breakfast?
Scrambled eggs with crispy fried bacon.
Nice. And what's your favorite drink at breakfast?
Fresh orange juice hand-pressed by naked women.
Good choice. And you like it when your wife serves you like that, huh?
What do you take me for? Some kind of chauvinist? The maid can do all that, of course.
Well, maybe it's the maid's day off.
But I wouldn't complain if my wife did all that for me.
Okay. Good to know.